Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for being so bloody patient. It has been a roller coaster. I say this every time. If you're new to my channel, I do the 13 zodiacs, not the 12. If you're not too sure what that is, just do your research and look it up. Okay, this is before they changed the calendar to the 12 and dropped a fiacus for the zodiac, which is needed. All right. Get started. The first thing that comes to mind is the ability. Okay, I was listening to, I think it was the harp, and for some reason I recognized the song right away. I think it was from originally from Edward Scissorhands, if I'm not mistaken, but it was played by the harp, and it was played so beautifully that I instantly recognized it. The ability to recognize patterns in frequency and the ability to instantly know a song through that frequency is a very splendid thing. I really enjoy it myself. I could be anywhere, and you know how they have the instrumentals with usually it's at like a wedding or something like that, and you just automatically recognize it. Well, that's the same with frequency. It's the same with patterns or other people's energies that you pick up on. You'll notice something right away. And when you're intuitive, and those of you coming across this channel, most of you are very intuitive. You pick up on things that maybe other people don't. And it can be a little bit confusing if you don't know how to discern the difference, but sometimes it's really enlightening. Sometimes it gives you messages. Sometimes it gives you the signs or synchronicities that you need for your everyday life, whatever it is that you're doing. So we're going to get started on this. I think there's 7 left here, and I'll see which one comes out. Sagittarius. All right. I got a different lighting system going on here. It's a little bit nicer. Can't quite see the bags under my eyes, if that's actually a thing. I think my eye sockets are just like deep or something. I don't know. Or maybe I do have bags under my eyes and I just haven't realized it. It all depends on the lighting, to be perfectly honest. It doesn't bother me. It's not something I'm insecure about, but it's definitely something I've noticed. I think maybe one person has pointed it out before, but I'm like, okay. So yeah, that ability is really important, to acknowledge what it is that you're taking in when it comes to vibrational frequency, and to recognize certain patterns. And it's the same with music. It's the same with songs and everything like that. So Sag, whatever you're doing right now, I think you're picking up on some energy that you recognize. I think this is older energy that you were exposed to when you were younger, and this is something that is like reoccurring thing. So it's almost like an exam or a test or something like that. It's coming up right now, a new cycle. What are you going to do with this knowledge that you've learned so far? What are you going to do moving forward? And what I'm looking right now, the Sagittarius sage, if you need to sage your environment, if you need to, or maybe you are a sage, you're somebody that holds a lot of wisdom and knowledge, and you're being asked right now just to discern the pattern that's coming up, just to recognize whatever this is, whatever this song is, whatever this frequency is, whatever's coming up. It's to recognize and utilize whatever lessons that you've already learned up to this point, so that you can get past whatever it is that you're going through right now, whether it be good or bad. You may be getting signs and synchronicities, and this is one of them. Okay, let's see what we got for Sagittarius. If there's anything chaotic going on right now and it has nothing to do with you, just allow that to play out around you. Watch, pay attention, pick up on the different energies, and know when it's your time to make a move, when it's your time to step in, or if it's your time to just kind of like back off a little bit and give other people around you some space so that it can play out the way it's supposed to. There's a lot of people going through towers right now. There's a lot of people going through certain things and challenges of their own, and that's their karma that's playing out for them. Whatever they have, seeds they have sown, they're reaping right now. If you get too involved in something that's not called for you, like deep down inside you know you're not supposed to be intervening, then do not engage. Do not step into their energy. Do not try to go out of your way, which is sacrificing something of yourself to help them, if it is very important that they go through this on their own, okay? Ten of Swords, first fucking card out. You gotta be shitting me. Oh my God, I don't even know where that saying came, but I like saying it. You gotta be shitting me right now. That could be the energy you're feeling right now at this time. It's just like, oh my God, what is this? It could feel like you're being betrayed by somebody, but this also feels like somebody else is being betrayed. It may have an impact on you because you're witnessing it, and you may not want to watch this happen to somebody else. But if they didn't speak the sort of truth, if they didn't say what it is that they needed to, and you're watching them go through this tower moment, you need to just give them their space. If this is you going through this moment, you have to use everything up to this very point and discern the difference between your energy and another person's energy. You have to discern where you're supposed to step in and where you're supposed to back off. This is really important right now, and I'm getting the stress message for you to heed this warning, okay? Ten of Swords energy. Can we get a little more clarification on that? This is involving all the chakras that I'm seeing. Earlier, I pulled a card from my handwritten cards, and it was a root chakra. Somebody could be doing a lot of fuck shit with the root chakra magic and trying to pull on your energy or pull on your cords. This is somebody that is in the Four of Coins. This could be you in this energy, but this is like kind of hoarding energy, hoarding money, hoarding whatever it is, whether it be like gain, access to certain things. He's got like a little box there. This could be like a security box or a security deposit box or a safety box or something that people have put stuff away in that's very important. Now, I don't know if this pertains to you, Sagittarius, but again, use your discernment. Are you going to intervene? Are you going to participate in this? Or are you going to let this play out the way it's supposed to play out? If you need to bow off stage, you know, take a leave off stage or tap out. I'm also seeing like a ring with wrestling or something like that. When you tag, somebody else can take over. That's fine. But it also depends on what you guys are doing here. If this is not you, you are witnessing this right now. And you're being called to use your discernment. You're being called to use everything that you've learned up to this point to make the proper decisions. There may be a person that's been doing things behind the scene. Maybe you found out what it was. They didn't have to speak anything. You just found out that they were doing something they shouldn't have been. Working diligently, Seven of Coins. You could be working on some sort of protection, or you could be working on some sort of splitting. Maybe you're planning on parting ways with somebody else. Sometimes this card I see in the background, past the barricade, past the fence line there, it's almost like a table, and it's got like almost like one spoon and maybe a honey pot, or it could also be an urn and one of those things that they use to burn stuff. I don't know, but the table's got a cloth on it. It's yellow. So this is like solar plexus energy. I do. So what has been done in the past, what you're leaving out, maybe you put this gate up. You're not allowing anybody in, because this is like secure too. That could be having to do with whatever's been put away. Whatever's been put away, it's secure. It can't be accessed. Okay? All right, Sagittarius. What else we got here for you? Let's see about those handwritten cards. Let's get a little bit more into this, shall we? Now, I may possibly have people around that are distracting me or something like that. You could have people around you distracting you from what you actually need. So let's say you get a download. You get specific information to do something. Okay, you know it's what you need to do, maybe to avoid this Ten of Swords energy, and you keep getting distracted. People keep approaching you with their concerns or their problems or whatever, and every time you get motivated, you get focused on whatever it is that you need to do or what you need to work hard on, the Seven of Coins energy, somebody else comes along with their concerns, their burdens, or their problems, or maybe they're trying to rope you into something. Do not get involved. Like I said, Sagittarius, this is really important. I see 1 before 5, the liver, and then it's L-I-V-E-R, but I'm seeing the 1 and 5. So 1 before 5, that's 4, self-love, focus on yourself. What is your shadow side trying to reveal to you? What does it show you? So maybe somebody around you right now, there's something playing out, or there's an interaction happening around you that you've been a part of before, and you learn the lesson, and you don't want to be a part of this anymore. You want to back out, or this has already happened and you've learned a valuable lesson about this. So now you're working hard on a goal or towards whatever you need to do to get out of this situation. Okay, and your shadow side's going to show you in front of you. So let's say you've already been through chaos and conflict. And then earlier I was seeing the, I think it was the 5 of Clubs energy, like people fighting and stuff like that. But your shadow side is going to reveal to you certain things that have happened either in the past or currently right now. And it's like trying to teach you and show you, yes, you've learned from this. Now you can make better choices. You can understand the situation. If somebody else is going through something you went through similar, then you can give them advice if you want, but don't overstep your boundaries. Maybe they have to learn this on their own. All right. What does it show you? That's really important. The shadow side and the shadow aspect is very important because we have a duality. And when it comes to protecting us, the shadow side's almost like, you can think of it like an ego, or maybe the hurt version of a child of yourself. And what it does is it tries everything possible to protect you, almost like a self-preservation thing. And sometimes when people are in a certain state of being, they'll do things they normally wouldn't in like a more high vibrational state. And if you've already been through this before, if this is something you've already went through and somebody else is experiencing this, then you don't want to step in. But at the same time, if you want to offer words of advice, you can. It's ultimately up to you, but this almost feels like the energy of somebody getting themselves into a situation because they didn't do what they were supposed to do. Okay, take it as it resonates, leave the rest for somebody else. Romance. This could have to do with an actual partnership or a romance relationship that you're in. A tale in verse in a romance dialect, a popular epic or tale in prose or verse of some length. A tale of extraordinary adventure. So you and this other person could have been through a lot together. A tendency to the wonderful or mysterious. A fiction. A term applied to the languages sprung from the Latin. To tell fictitious stories. So somebody else could have been telling a lot of lies. Maybe you didn't know about it till now, and that's what's created this Ten of Swords energy. You could be wanting to part ways with this person, or maybe even separate from this person if they have been doing things behind the scenes, like this hoarding energy. Taking other people's money, or taking money that's not theirs, or maybe hiding away something that they didn't tell you about, and this is all coming to light. Can we get a little bit more for the Four of Coins energy? What's this hoarding energy? What's this keeping to themselves, or it can be pinching pennies? What's this information that needs to come out for Sag? Do you want to tell her? Tell her? Tell her? Do you want to tell her? What is it? Four of Coins energy. It keeps wanting to come out and go back in. Just give me a second. There could be a young person involved. Ooh, oh, oh. Oh. Okay, we've got the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and we've got Death in reverse. Death sometimes is a good thing when it comes to making way for new. So ending of old cycles. So if a cycle's not ended, and you're getting the opportunity to end that cycle kind of like a curse breaker, then you're responsible for your due diligence and doing your part for your family bloodline. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, meaning if this is not done, then the Wheel of Fortune is not going to turn in somebody's favor. So Sag, I don't know if this is for you, but something is definitely being revealed. Something is shown to you, and a lot has to do, the sword's through this person's mouth. A lot has to do with words, what needs to be spoken, what needs to be said. We all get into that moment, whether or not we say something to another person. Ultimately, truth is what's going to create this movement. I see R, but to me, for the runes, that's like redo, and this is in the upright. All right. And when you think of snakes, like their tongue is very sensitive, and they can pick up frequencies, they can pick up scent, they can pick up a lot of things. The snake doesn't have to be evil. I seen a snake earlier today, actually, when I went to a restaurant, and they had it all decked out for Halloween, and there was a snake in the background, and I noticed it, and I stared for a little bit, and the body of it was like a Halloween kind of garland. You know, those like orange and black, but it's like a metallic material, and it almost looks like the Christmas garland that you would put around a tree, like tinsel almost. No, tinsel is the long stuff. It's like a poofy string. And that was the body of it, and it had like little bats and stuff on it for Halloween, but that was the body of it. And I just noticed for a second, then I went back to eating what I was eating, and this little girl on the other side of the booth on